Good morning, traders. Welcome to the Traders Network Club YouTube channel, and welcome to the Showdown. If you guys are new here on the channel, in the Showdown, I got FxBigDog and myself, and we go ahead and trade 5 pairs. We pick two pairs to trade each. Whoever can close their first 2 trades first will go ahead and win the Showdown. So we're gonna get started. So get your popcorn, get your soda ready, and let's go.
Alrighty, traders, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, and welcome to the show. And thank you, Cam, for bringing me back into the showdown this Friday. And we're ready to rock and roll, take a look and see what's going on with the marketplace. We're going to jump straight into it. This is going to be a session that should be around about 20 to 30 minutes long. So stick around, my friends. We're going to go ahead and talk about some interesting stuff. Now, I think, Cameron, what we're going to do is we're going to jump straight into some technical analysis. I want to go ahead and take a look at the dollar indexes and just take a look and see what type of trading environment we're in. And that'll go ahead and set the tone for us as we go ahead and look at the trade opportunities this morning. So, Cameron, how you doing? Good? You ready for the show?
Yeah, I am doing great. I'm ready to go.
Fantastic. How's the trading been for this week for you?
Trading it's been a little slow. We're coming from the holidays with the market conditions and the news. We're still holding a few pairs on the CAD Swiss. So, but right now the CAD Swiss is starting to rally in our direction. So, once we can go ahead and close the CAD Swiss, we're looking to catch some heat and fire, man. Um, Obviously, you know the returns that we average monthly. It hasn't been like this since December and this month. So it's been a little on the slow side, but just because we've been a little more conservative with our trades as we're still holding positions. But other than that, we still be closing positions every day. We trade 5 pairs, so we go in and close at least 2 or 3 pairs that we can.
Very good. I'm actually looking at the results right here. You had a great 2022, and 2023 has started off with the 2% return so far, but it is the just the start of the month. We still got 2 weeks of trade. Actually, more than that, more than 2 weeks of trading, 3 weeks of trading still. So that looks like you could certainly pick up that number and get to that 5, 6, 7% return for the month. I know that looking at your averages, your averages have shot up around about May to around about anywhere between 12 and 17%, or actually 10 and 17% for the month of from the month of May all the way to November. So it has definitely picked up, and I do see you have gone ahead and made a 4% return in December, holding some positions like you said, and therefore keeping it a little bit more conservative on your trades. And as soon as that catch was closed out, I think you guys are going to get back into the market and trade actively again. So, hey, traders, just want to go ahead and make a note here. If you're not involved with Cameron's trading room, you may want to get involved. He's doing some great stuff there, really helping some traders out there, making good money. In fact, I don't think there's a trader that's in your trading room that's not successful, meaning that they're making profits on a month-to-month basis, which is fantastic. And I think we can get a couple of traders that are inside the show right now that can go ahead and just confirm that, because it's true. This is actually very, very good for traders that are really trying to set the tone on what type of strategy to follow, how to be able to watch the markets. Cameron goes into the live market, he checks the market out, he reviews it, he analyzes it, he breaks it down, he goes ahead and places trades. You know exactly what he's doing, places the trades, where he's placing the trades. But also, more importantly, I believe that if you are a member of the Starter Pro member, which Starter Pro is Cameron's VIP trading room, you also get the VIP trade ideas that you can connect to and have your trading account actually mirror trades directly to that trading account. So which means that you get access to not only the information, the trading room, the live trading room, the Discord channel, but also you can go ahead and connect your actual trading account to his live trading account, which means that all the trades he places, if you're not around, you get to get those trades as well. Very cool and very, very good. So there we go. Hector says, yes, VIP is a game changer. Absolutely must be. All right. Now, traders, with that being said, we want to go ahead and we want to get at least this off the books. We want to go ahead and thank our sponsor, EightCap. EightCap is our sponsor for our YouTube channel. We want to show appreciation there. And let's go ahead and watch a quick clip right here. Cameron, if you can go ahead and share a quick clip on EightCap. All right, there we go. EightCap is a broker out in Australia. A really good broker, really worth looking at. If you haven't got a broker or you're looking for a broker, check out EightCap, especially if you're an international client. International means not here in the US, but if you're outside the US, check out EightCap. And if you do sign up with EightCap, please go ahead and let us know. We want to go ahead and reward you with a bonus and give you some access to our trade ideas for free, or at least for a very discounted rate for that particular month. So we want to go ahead and help you get started in your trading. Check out EightCap, and if you do sign up with them, let us know. And our link to EightCap is down below. This is what you're going to do. You have to go ahead and click our link down below so that we get notified that you are actually, in fact, connected with us through EightCap. Make sure you check out the link down below in the description if you sign up with EightCap. The links are down below. Check it out. Now, while you're down below, there's also a Telegram link as well that you can go ahead and connect to our trades that we're going to place today. So if you want to go ahead and monitor and follow our trades that we place today, go ahead and check out down below. There's a link, a Telegram link. Go ahead and click on that, and you will get those trades that we're going to go ahead and place out today. Now, with that being said, let's jump into the live market. And as you can see right here, we do have the dollar index open right here. And the reason why I'm looking at the dollar index here is because I'm trying to establish whether or not we are in a risk on, risk off environment. Now, risk on and risk off, let's just give you a quick sort of breakdown what that means. If we are in a risk on environment, that means that traders are invested in the stock market, means that the stock market is going to rally, which means that traders, if we go to the Dow, S&P, whatever choice you prefer, I'm going to go ahead and look at the Dow. We've seen the S&P here on the right-hand side too. The S&P is down also about 0.5% this morning. As it opens, we see that the Dow is also down. We're down 78 points, which is about just less than 0.25% down for the day. So we are down for the day. It's not that far down, but we are down. Now, when we're in a down move in the stock market, that actually means that we're in a risk-on environment. All right, sorry, risk-off environment. So if we're in a risk-off environment, we tend to see the Dow down, we tend to see the S&P down, and we'll see the dollar actually rallying. All right, so that's how we decide on, hey, what type of trading environment are we in? Now, when we do go to the dollar index right here, we also want to look and see, okay, if we are in a risk-off environment, then we've got to start thinking bullish on the dollar. Now, that will affect our currency pairs that we trade that are traded against the dollar, but also does affect the New Zealand CAD, Aussie CAD, because they are commodity pairs that are linked to the value of the dollar because of interest rate inflation that's happening right here. It's going to affect the world around us, okay, which means outside currencies. Now, if I take a look and see if I go down to the 1 hour time frame right here, then I have to understand that even though we're in a risk-off environment expecting dollar rally, dollar could also correct itself. Correct means that it rallies and then dips, rallies and dips. So overall, we're expecting a risk-off environment, which means stronger dollar. But I also have to understand that the market moves in waves, and therefore the market has to confirm that we're in that trend. And this isn't just an intraday move. We're in a trend. So if I go over here to pick up a trend, I look here on the 4 hour time frame. If I notice on the 4 hour time frame, we're actually in a downward trend. We're seeing lower lows being formed right here. We've got to actually take out the high right here. So we're actually in a downward trend on the dollar based off this 4 hour time frame. It gives us more of a larger outlook of the market. Now, because we're in this downtrend in the market, that means that we're really in a risk on trading environment. Risk on trade environment means that we will see some stronger move in the stock market and weaker move in the dollar. So understand that. Now, for the intraday move, could we expect dollar to go ahead and strengthen a little bit? Could we expect the dollar to go ahead and actually move up to maybe retest the breakout point that it broke out of right here, and then maybe go ahead and continue in this risk on environment? All right. And the answer to that is absolutely yes, it certainly can. Now, for me to be able to identify what this correction move is going to be like for the intraday, because I can see on the larger time frame that move is due, what I've got to do is I've got to go down to a 15. Now I'm going to look at the 15 right here. And if I look at the 15, I'm starting to see new highs being created right here. See how the market went ahead and traded up above here? So we created a low right here. It's created a new high up here at the top. It's taken out a high. Therefore, we're starting to see higher highs, right? Starting to see higher highs. And now what I'm looking for right here is I'm looking for a U-turn, looking for the market to go ahead and U-turn right here and then turn around and head back up north, taking out a high. So currently right now, I see the first hint, just a hint, of the market actually creating a new trend, at least an intraday trend for the day, which could possibly be bullish. Now, we'll go ahead and take this information and connect it with the rest of our charts that we're going to analyze and make sure that this is what we're looking at. So keep this in mind. Write this down. This is the sort of environment we trade in. We are in a risk-on environment, let's call it midterm, which means we still believe the dollar is bearish, but we're looking for a bullish move in the dollar, which means that the intraday move could possibly be a risk-off environment, okay? Now, that will affect, of course, how the other currencies pairs are traded. So just as a little bit of information, when we talk about a risk-off, that means we should be expecting weaker dollar, all right? Stronger dollar, stronger Swiss, stronger euro, stronger JPY, all right? Those are the things, those are the currencies that will get strong in a risk off, because what's happening is money's moved out of a stock market or risk appetite and moving into cash, which is these pairs that I just mentioned or currencies that I mentioned are safe havens for traders or for investors that want to go ahead and move their money into cash. All right, now, with that being said, let's jump into the actual details of the trades going to take place today, and we'll talk about that as we go through. Cameron, we're going to go ahead and jump in. And who won the tournament last week, or the showdown last week?
That shall be me.
What? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to tell Lex to keep track of this one. Yeah, Lex is going to have to tell
I'm
us.
still holding your euro.
You're still holding the euro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and whose euro is that? Wasn't that the overall? We looked at that together. Yeah. All right, we'll have to figure that one
I
out.
don't know.
All right, we're gonna have to tell Lex to make sure she keeps on top of this one, because we need to know who the champion is before we go into this next tournament. All right. So you can see Cameron and I have both been busy this week, and we haven't really paid attention to who's been winning the tournament, or at least the showdown. But let's go ahead and take a look, Cam. Let's jump into the first one. So I'm gonna go ahead and randomly say you can go ahead and choose the first pair of the morning. Actually, you know what? I gave you last week the first time. I'm gonna take this time. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel, and let's see what is coming up. Now, I've just gone in and splashed myself. All right. Well, the euro is a trade that we are currently in right now. We're holding some buy positions on sell positions on the euro US dollar. So what I will do today is, instead of placing the trades on the euro US dollar, I'm going to go ahead and review the chart and just go ahead and tell you what I'm still expecting based on the positions that we do have. So if you are with us and you are trading that position, let's take a look and see what's going on right here. And by the way, there's the dollar starting to pull back. You see what I'm saying? And look at this right here. We had a wave 1, 2, 3. Market pulls back right here to the wave 1. Now we're looking for a fifth wave move. That's why it's an intraday bullish move on the dollar, buddy. All right. This is what we're looking at right here. So now let's go to the euro US dollar right here, and let's take a look. Perfect for an intraday move. If you take a look over here, we actually have the market indicating that we hit some tops up here. We created a bottom right here at low, and the market actually went ahead and created a lower high. There it is, a lower low. Now we're trying to create a new high, testing this resistance. So although we're in a trade already, I'm going to say that we will expect the euro to continue to fall back down to retest this level right here. Now, if I go to my larger time frame, let's pull up the 4 hour right here. Then I could say that the market will come back to retest this area, which looks like it's around about between 1.0700 down to around about 680. All right, so 680 or between 680 and 700 is about the target to the downside. All right, so that's what we're going to be looking for right here. And again, if we look at the midterm direction on the euro, is still going to be bullish. Just like we're saying that the dollar is midterm bearish, and all we are in is intraday corrections right now. These are intraday corrections. So the euro is in an intraday bearish correction, and the dollar is an intraday bullish move or bullish correction. All right. So let's go take a look. All right. So recapping, euro US dollar, expecting this to continue to move down. So this is where we see the resistance at. Market's going to at resistance. We're looking for dollar to push the euro down. So we can see a euro US dollar sell off back down south. That's the breakdown for this intraday session today. All right, let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and mark off right here. There it is. I'm going to mark off that resistance, and we're going to go ahead and let that be. All right, let's now go ahead and take a look at the next currency pair, and this will be for Cameron. And kaboom! All right, Cam.
Okay.
US dollar
Awesome.
CAD.
Well, just like with the euro, when I usually trade the euro US dollar and the US dollar CAD, I like to always look at both to get a really good idea of what the price action is trying to do. So, looking at the euro, like you said, I'm expecting some pullback right here into some liquidity, and then I expect price to go ahead and move bearish on the euro. So, if I take a look at the US dollar CAD, I should expect the US dollar to rally if I'm expecting the euro to dip here. And I should see also a little more retracement, especially that now price has moved up into my liquidity zone here. As you can see, I have this nice white zone here, predicting that this is my target for liquidity. Price to grab some liquidity. I'm looking at the 50-minute time frame. Let me take a look at the 1 hour here. So as you can see, price is definitely breaking these lows. Creating lower lows here, and we having some resistance over here. So we had a nice liquidity grab. I expect some pullback here. I expect some pullback in the US dollar CAD. Even looking at the 15, going back to the 50-minute time frame, you can see that we do have some exaggerated divergence here. As we can see, these highs are flat with price creating very volatile highs here. So we should see a nice pullback here. You can even see some pullback in this liquidity zone. Enough 20 pips for us to hit right here. This is 30 pips. We can even see some more liquidity at the bottom here. Price might even come back to test demand. We never know where price action is going to move, but we know that there are some zones that we are targeting that we know that we can get out before we hit out 20 pips, right? So my target is this zone right here that I expect price to move to into the zone. That's about 25 pips. So we should get enough room from the downside to go ahead and sell on the US dollar CAD. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and sell.
All right, perfect. So you're playing, although you're expecting. So this is interesting, guys. So note what Cameron's doing. Cameron's selling a dollar. We just spoke about the intraday move to be a possible bullish move for the intraday. So that doesn't mean, again, very importantly, that, a lot of traders think that if you're bearish, or if one trader is bearish and the other trader is bullish, that one of them must be right. No, not at all. Both of them can be right. It's just how they perceive the market and based on the swings that they've seen on that particular currency pair, which means that although we're expecting the dollar to rally, what's happened is we've had an extended move on the dollar, and that therefore we're now looking for a corrective move before the next move bullish again. And so what Cameron's doing, he's playing the corrective move of that intraday move. Now, if you're not a trader that likes trading corrective moves, guess what, traders? No one's forcing you to place a trade, all right? So stop taking on trades that you're not comfortable with, and then when things aren't as smooth and as rosy as you expected, then you start pointing fingers at everyone. You told me to do that. Nope, nobody's telling you to do anything, all right? Listen here, it's Preachy Friday. I get to do this on a Friday. All right. So make sure, traders, that if you're not comfortable with trading a certain move or a certain pattern or a certain structure, don't trade it. All right. That's simple. All right. It's only you to blame if you take the trade and you do it. It's only you to blame if you don't like it afterwards. All right. Now, with that being said, let's go into the next currency pair and let's go take a look at this. Now, very important for educational purposes only, we're going to show you how we do things. And again, this is not telling you what to do. This is telling you what we're doing. Whether you follow it or not, it is up to you. Remember, we are not CTAs. We cannot advise, and we will not advise you to go ahead and manage your trades according to us. So go ahead and take a look at the next setup right here. We're going to go ahead and flip it over to the next currency. And by the way, Cameron placed that trade, and those trades are now available in the Telegram. You should see it pop up. If you follow us on Telegram, it should pop up on Telegram so you can track it. So this is complete and utter transparency. All right. My earpiece is messing up here a little bit. All right, let's go take a look at the next setup right here. All right, here we go. New Zealand CAD. All right, that baby is punishing me. All right, we're actually looking at a nice little pullback on the New Zealand CAD. So actually, I'm quite excited about the New Zealand CAD. The only thing about the New Zealand CAD was we're just struggling to break out that 8500 level. So let's take a look at the bigger picture right here. All right. So the bigger picture right here is that we are seeing lower lows. So what that is comfortable, right? That is comfortable for us right now because there was a low formed, there was a high formed. Here's a new low formed right here. We had a new high formed right here. And now these new lows been forming right about here. So traders, we really need to break below that 8502 level right here in order for us to get down to the next level of support, break through that, and actually chase after my target, which is around about 85.85. So it's no surprise that we're seeing the New Zealand dollar in some short-term consolidation right now. And it's trading back and forth between support and resistance. All right. And it's been like that pretty much the whole week. And so we would love to see the euro start taking on shape, breaking through this resistance, or at least the support at 85.02, and then chase after that 83.85 target that we have further down south. Okay, now clearly the market's stuck in this range, but let's go ahead and see if we can find an opportunity inside this range that we can trade. Now, I'm going to go down to the 15-minute time frame just because I'm trying to figure out something here. All right, so we're not at, now this is the big thing. This is the thing that you have to understand, right? And this is the thing that's very important right here. If I look at my 15-minute time frame right here, we've already established that the market has support there, resistance there, and support right about here. Oh, where's my line? Right about here. All right, so we've got support and resistance. Now, we're in the middle of the road right now. What happens when you stand in the middle of the road? Yeah, you can say it. You get run over, right? So if I have to go ahead and sell right here, and if I had to do a let's say a traditional trade, sell here and then put my stop here above the high, what's going to happen? When the market goes up to retest this consolidation right here, I'm going to get stopped out. Boom, done, right? Now, if I go ahead and decide on, buying over here and place my stop loss right here, and the market goes ahead and fails to go to the top and then goes down and takes out the low and chases off that 83.85 level, what's going to happen? I'm going to get stopped out and I'm going to lose money on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick, because we're in the range and because I'm in the middle of the range, I'm going to go ahead and pick something that I'm going to be more comfortable with based on the overall direction I expect the market to move to. And if it moves against me, then I'm going to be okay with that, because if I enter here, I'm going to enter there, I'm going to enter there. And if the market eventually then goes back down, I'm going to make money. So I want to make sure that I'm picking the right trade. Now, we're trading at around 85.31. I see that there is resistance here at 85.69. It's a perfect time for me to go ahead and say, Cameron, sell New Zealand CAD.
Okay.
Now, the reason why I'm expecting to sell the New Zealand CAD is because the same thing we spoke about early on. Dollar rally, right? I'm expecting, at least in the intraday, for dollar to be rallying for the day, all right? And if I'm expecting dollar to rally for the day, guess what? That means I can expect a New Zealand sell-off, an Aussie sell-off. So therefore, I'm picking the right direction for this particular trade. So let's go ahead and sell it. All right, we got it in. We're in. All right, Cameron got in. He actually got 85.31. All right, I got 85.31. And all I'm doing is chasing after a 20 pip grab. That means, traders, if we get back down to that 8,500 level and doesn't break, I'm going to be out of that trade, taking my profit, looking for a next opportunity. All right. So I don't mind, as long as I've got at least 20 pips before I get to that 85 level. I'm happy with that, because I want to be out of that trade by the time it gets back to that level, in case it doesn't break again. All right. I don't want to be caught up in that. Now, that's done. Let's go to the next currency pair. And let's go take a look at what we have here. Aussie CAD. All right, Cam, you're up.
Aussie CAD. All right. Let's take a look at the 1 hour here. And all right, so we've been moving bullish, as you can tell. Look at this. Got a nice little trend line of support here. Price is testing these highs. So now we do notice that these highs on my MACD here, these highs have been not breaking through the previous highs. You can see that it's been kind of creating resistance, even creating lower highs. But we do have these higher lows created right here. So we do have these higher lows created. So it's showing some great support right here. Price is wanting to move to some supply. We are seeing here a resistance. So the question is, are we going to break through resistance and want to come back and grab some supply here? Where do I have the supply zone? Let me go to the 4 hour here. Okay, so yeah, look at these highs right here. Where price could want to move to. This is a nice little supply target here. So let's go back to the 1 hour again and take a look at what is price doing at this resistance here. Are we getting a nice breakthrough through this this high of this resistance here? Well, price is sitting in an overbought position on the 1 hour. We did still on the validating the lower on the MACD. Let's take a look at the low. Let's take a look at the lower time frame here on the 50-minute time frame. It looks like we got some. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some support right here. We could get price to move. Let's see how far this is back down to support. About 25-ish pips. I'm gonna go to the lower time frame here. Let's go to the 5-minute time frame. Just because it's so choppy and tight, I usually like to look at a lower time frame when price action is very tight and choppy. So we can see here we got some negative divergence on the lower time frame. MACD slowing down. We could definitely go ahead and see some pullbacks here. Okay. Now we need price to come all the way back down to this support here to close out our 20 pips. Correct? Our 20 pips is about just right before this low of this wick candle right here. So this is a pretty tight trade. Very, very tight to go ahead and trade this the Aussie cat right now, as it is showing some range bound support and resistance here. But we are in a bullish trend. We're expecting price to take out resistance. But we don't know, are we going to get some pullback? I'm looking at the lower time frame showing that we might get some pullback. Now, the question I'm asking myself, am I going to get enough pullback to close out 20 pips? Are we going to get a 20 pip pullback? That is pretty tight for price to go ahead and move all the way back down to support here and then go ahead and take out these highs. So this is a very tight position right here. And I'm thinking, going back to the 1 hour here, I think it's very tight to go ahead and trade this sell. I might anticipate a breakthrough here. Going back to the 50-minute time frame. Only if price could just push up a little more into this range of these highs here, then I would be a lot more comfortable knowing I got a lot more downside to go ahead and trade this. Trade this correction back to this support here. Let me go back to the 5-minute here. So let me see here. So look, what I usually like to do is put a trend line here, knowing that price always likes to, not always, but most likely likes to always come and test this breakthrough pattern right here, which is this right here. And if I take a look at this, right before these lows is about 16 pips. So I definitely think price is definitely going to want to come back and correct right in this range of where this trend line broke through. And you can see there is some lows here and some liquidity that price wants to come grab. So that is my target, but that is not my 20 pip target because it's about 16 pips to the downside. So this is not a good setup right here for me.
I love it when you got some pressure on you. Now, remember, traders, that Cameron hasn't got time to go ahead and start thinking about this. What we do in this show is we're actually putting ourselves on the spot here to make a decision, and that's what Cameron's like, because he's like, this is not really what I do. Because if we don't have a setup, listen here, and this is what you really should do. If you don't have a setup, you should really just walk away, right? If you don't have a setup, you're not comfortable with setup. Just like I said before, if you don't like the trade, don't trade it, right? And that's what Cameron should be doing. But in this show, it's a little different. In this show, we're forcing him to put a trade in, all right? Just because we want to take him out of his comfort zone. It's a battle. It's a battle. We want to take him out of his comfort zone, and we want him to make a decision. So, Cameron, deal
I'm
or
getting
no
risky.
deal?
This is a very risky trade. Obviously the setup is not there. This is a trade I definitely wouldn't get in during my VIP sessions. But I am definitely gonna go. I'm gonna go buy. I'm gonna go with the breakthrough. I think if we do get a pullback, we get a pullback. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe we do get more than 16 pip pullback. Or maybe we don't even get any pullback. We might just get some bullish rally going as we break it through resistance. So I'm really gonna take the chance of, let me see if price can want to break through resistance as I'm anticipating that, and then I know that we do have that supply zone above price that price is trying to go ahead and target. So I'm gonna go ahead and I've got in and bought the Aussie CAD, and I'm gonna go ahead and target that breakthrough resistance to that supply zone. I'm not gonna trade the correction move.
All right. Have you gone in already, or are you still going to do it?
Yes, I am in.
Okay.
At 93.28.
Okay. Cameron's in. All right. Good stuff. All right. Finally, traders. Finally, let's go ahead and take a look over here and take a look at the last currency pair. I'm going to go ahead and flip it over to mine. This is the last currency pair that we have right here. Is the the CAD Swiss that we're going to talk about this morning. And looking at the CAD Swiss, Cameron and I are going to make a decision overall together as to what direction we want to trade it. So Cameron, take some time, go ahead and analyze the market on your own there, while I go ahead and take a look at this, and then we can go ahead and make a decision. So I'm going to go to the larger time frame first. I noticed we did have a nice little breakout right here, so I'm actually expecting price to come back to retest this resistance up here at the top. So I'm going to look for a short-term rally. In this way, maybe we can call it a correction. So I'm going to look for a rally in the CAD Swiss. I did notice that US oil is also on the move to the upside. So that'll go ahead and help this CAD Swiss move to the upside as well. Now, I want to go to the individual chart and go ahead and dig into this a little more detailed here. And let's go ahead and do this. And I'm going to go ahead and put some fibs from the low to the high right here. Ooh, look at that. Nice. Beautiful. Look how the market's come back to retest this level right here. And now we're in this correction, and the market could correct all the way up to this area right here. I don't expect it to come back to take out that low, but if it does, it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and mark off that low, just there, right about there, and that's 68.60. 68.60. That's right about looks like about 60 pips from where we're trading right now. Here is going to be a bit of support for the market right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and put some fibs in from the low down here to the high up here. And let's take a look and see if we have any area. All right, so we do have the market coming back. Well, there is no 382. 382 is still over here by the previous high. So this is my wave structure that I have right here. This is, oops, let me go ahead and put it over here. This is the wave structure that I have right here. This is wave 1, 2 right here. This is 3. So I'm expecting a 4 and a 5 move to the upside. So I am expecting price to go further north. And so I see this just as a correction. And so if I look at the movement that we have down towards the support, that's about 26 pips. That means we might get in on a second position if I buy now. So buy now gives me room to the upside of about 100 points. So which means that traders, that if I buy here and I buy down here, I'm looking at 100 plus pips going up right here, and I'm looking for just 20 pip net profit. So I'm going to go ahead and say, Cameron, this is a buy.
Yep, and I just got in because I'm on the same page.
Sweet.
I'm
How
looking
quick
at
is
my
that?
1 hour chart. I see that price has come down to test this previous low. So we can see that price came back to test its previous low. We did create a higher high here as well. So price is want to move bullish, just come back to grab some liquidity at this low. So if we go to the 15-minute time frame, we can even see some positive divergence as well forming on my oscillator. So we do expect price to go ahead and rally.
All right, sorry. Oh, you didn't have your chart showing up there. Now you got
Oh,
it up
okay,
there.
yeah. So yeah, on my 15-minute time frame, I can see some positive divergence, and I'm expecting some rally. But when I look at my 1 hour chart, I look at the previous low, which is right here. Look at my MACD, and I can see that price has come back down to test this low. And I also notice that we are creating these higher highs, so we should expect price to go ahead and test this high. Even not, should go ahead and break through these highs and continue to rally. So I'm expecting to go. I'm expecting price to go ahead and rally as we're testing these lows. Got some positive divergence on the lower time frame, and yeah, I expect price to go up.
So I like that. I love it, Cameron. Awesome, dude. Love the way you broke it down, and I like the way we're on the same page. But also, more importantly, traders, notice that we give ourselves room for mistakes, right? In the sense that we said, hey, we're going to buy here, but if it does go a little lower, we see that support there. We can see it. We're going to go ahead and buy a little lower again. And if the market turns around from there, we've got 100 plus pips that we could potentially take on this trade. But again, we're just chasing after 20 net pip profit. So we should be solid on this, even if it just means that price goes down to the support level. We get a second entry point, and then we have a bounce off that. All right. So that's pretty good. I think we're pretty solid on that. I'm in agreement with Cameron. So we'll go ahead and continue to leave that as a buy. So we're going to be buying on that. Now, quick one right here is I just noticed, and I'm sure Cameron went ahead and posted this, but take a look at these chats that were posted right here. I mean, this was from Brian. He says, just do it. He says, a great group of traders, very active group. Everyone is willing to help. Cameron is money. He's talking about the Starter Pro membership. Pull the trigger on that one. There we go. Pull the trigger on that one, says Brian. Now, this is the thing right here. If we take a look at this comment right here, I want to go ahead and say something about this. This is a trader that's gone ahead and posted, says, best investment I've made in 2022 was becoming part of the Traders Network Club, over 50% return in 2022. Very nice. Traders, this is the question you have to ask yourself. What did you make in 2022? How was your trading in 2022? If your trading was not good, it was inconsistent, it wasn't seeing the returns that you'd like to see, then traders, listen here, make a decision and check out Traders Network Club. Check out Traders Network Club, check out the Starter Pro membership, check out the stuff that is presented in Traders Network Club that offers you a great opportunity with great tools to help you become successful. Nothing, we cannot guarantee anyone will be successful. Nobody can guarantee anyone will be successful. Even if you follow a successful trading strategy, no one can guarantee you will be successful. But you certainly will have the tools to make the right decision. End of the day, if you follow what we ask, follow what we do, you can be successful in trading. But it all depends on you. We're going to be able to give you the platform and the tools to be able to do that. It's going to be up to you to make the decisions of how you're going to follow that. With that being said, Cameron, I think it was an awesome session today. Picked up some good trade setups. We'll go ahead and continue this again on Friday next week. Now, before you leave, traders, if you picked up something from this session today, you learned something, do us a favor, show us the appreciation. Go ahead and smash the like button, subscribe to this channel so we can get more people following and more people accessing this information. Because traders, at the end of the day, this information that we have, we're willing to share. We're open and transparent about it. We're making sure that we're making this available to everyone as much as we possibly can. And that's really what it is. We want to be able to help others be successful in the market that we're successful in. And so with that being said, traders, have a blessed Friday. Have a great weekend and a happy weekend. And we'll see you guys next week. It's FxBigDog and Cameron saying cheers.